4 decades after it gave us the world's first microprocessor, Intel is still pushing the boundaries for what's possible in computing, networking, and IT technology. Its new dual processor microarchitecture is a major technological shift. Sandy Bridge will help deliver the promise of more powerful laptops, desktops, and servers, and create faster, more secure enterprise networks. So what do software vendors need to know so they can leverage Sandy Bridge and effectively manage the transition? And how can NEI help them make those changes? Joining us to talk more about that is Jeff Hudgins, Vice President of Marketing for NEI. Jeff, thanks for your time today.
Thanks, Renee. Great to be here.
So Jeff, tell me where the excitement lies with Sandy Bridge. Who will be the early adopters of this new technology?
Well, there's three real key areas, I think. One is the multi-core performance of the CPUs. There's the increased memory footprint. But more interestingly, I think the increase in the throughput on the I/O and the opening up of the bandwidth is very significant. By adding the PCI Express 3.0 to each of the processors in the dual Sandy Bridge architecture, I think is a real breakthrough. And it's going to allow applications that in the telecom space, for example, mobile video is going to really be able to leverage the throughput of that I/O to bring some applications out in 2012 that we haven't seen before.
Well, Jeff, what do software developers need to do to ensure a smooth transition?
So there's a couple of things. First of all, this transition to dual Sandy Bridge requires a complete code rewrite, which is different than what we saw in the last architectural change. Secondly, really, we see a trend more and more to full turnkey appliances where it's an integrated hardware and software solution. And so it's important to consider that when they're making this code rewrite and how they're going to leverage all the features and benefits of the Sandy Bridge architecture in the solution.
So how can NEI help them effectively manage the shift to Sandy Bridge?
So this transition to Sandy Bridge is going to affect a lot of different hardware architectures, from enterprise class servers to carrier grade rack mount to bladed architecture such as ATCA. And the timing of these transitions is going to vary throughout the year. Enterprise class servers will go first, followed up by the carrier grade rack mount, and then eventually some of the bladed architecture. It's important to work with a partner like NEI because we cover all of those different architectures, and we can help to transition OEMs into the right Sandy Bridge framework when they need it. The other thing that NEI provides is a full lifecycle management service where we can not only move OEMs into that architecture of Sandy Bridge when they need to, but we can also provide the current architecture, whether it be Westmere or Nehalem-based platforms, for the length of time that those software providers will need them. So I think that's a very key thing, is to manage the full life cycle from cradle to grave, whether they're making the move now or they plan to make it in another 6 to 9 months.
We've been speaking with Jeff Hudgins, Vice President of Marketing for NEI. Jeff, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
For more information on how NEI can help your company make the shift to Sandy Bridge, visit us online at nei.com. For NEI, I'm Renee San Miguel.